This video is very special because I'm going to be discussing menstrual cups, and I see that it's a taboo topic or something that people would rather not discuss because it feels like so scary for a lot of you. But I have been using it for a while, and I'm very keen to share my experience with you to tell you the pros and cons. It has both, sure, but I'm quite excited to share this, and so stay tuned. I will take you through it as well as I can. Hi, I'm Parna Ganesh, and I welcome you to my channel Joy Geeks, where I create beauty and wellness content. On my channel, I'm trying to make wellness as my Wednesday videos. I am trying, let's see, Wellness Wednesdays is what I am featuring this on. And to begin with, about menstrual cups, I think just give this a listen and then you can take your call. Now, for the ones who have absolutely no clue, what is a menstrual cup? It's just a cup like rubber or silicone material made product. And what that does is that you can insert it in your vagina. If you're used to a tampon, this will not be such an alien topic for you. You can insert that in your vagina. It collects the blood in it, which you can just dispose of without having to use an extensive pad or something which is not environmentally friendly. And you will have lots of tutorials even in the pack. It's given very well. You just need to fold it, and you need to insert it. It just kind of opens up, and it has a suction kind of a thing which just attaches onto the insides of your vagina, and then it collects the blood in it, and then you can just take it off easily and clean it and place it again. All of these things, whether it's a pad, a tampon, a panty liner, they don't get recycled. They are just waste, and it's adding to the landfill. So what for me was the highlight, why I really looked out for and really tried menstrual cup, was because I thought if there could be a solution where I don't have so much waste every month, it would be very helpful. And I have been on a quest um, ever since to try out the menstrual cups, and I'm going to quickly bring to you the pros and cons. I have been using it, I think, for a year, and I must tell you that I was very excited when I first discovered the usage of menstrual cup, because it just completely washed off, having to use pads, having to take care of its disposal, having to spend so much on it, having to hold such big bags of pads when you travel or even at home. You have to store it. And also that a menstrual cup hardly costs anything. Most of the brands have it like 300, 400, 500 bucks, and it is reusable. Menstrual cups have been there forever. I feel like I've been under the rock not having tried it before. But never mind, my philosophy is Jab Jaga Mohan Savera. So when I tried it, it took me a little time to understand how I could really use it. But after I genuinely figured a way to use it, I fell in love with it. I am very happy to not have any more rashes that pads give me. I would say my first breakthrough was tampons. So if you are trying to use a menstrual cup, you should first try using a tampon. Get used to the idea of inserting something in your vagina. And then I think a menstrual cup would be a lot easier. The key high points for me is that it's a money saver. It costs very less. uh, it's reusable. You don't need to spend so much every month. If you just spent like 3, 4, 500, I think even if you've tried out 2, 3 different sizes and 2, 3 different brands, you must have spent 1500, right? So even then, once you've got something that works for you, now all of those what I've got, I'm able to use for 2.5 hours on a heavy flow day. The rest of the time, I can use it, even longer periods for sure. So once you've cracked it, I think it's very economical. It's very environmental friendly, which was actually the highlight, which is why I started using it. It is going to make you feel very proud of yourself that you're not producing so much waste. Fourth, I think it may seem like a messy thing, but I actually think it's very clean, because you don't look at blood every time. You feel clean every time you go to the washroom. You don't, yeah, pads. seem like very rudimentary to me now. But I do use pads. It's not that I don't use it on a very, very heavy flow day, or if I have to step out, then I have to use a pad. But I have reduced it to really, really, really minimal usage of pads. So that I'm very happy about. Some of the other key scientific kind of things which I kind of researched and I'm going to share with you is that it does not dry your vagina out like a tampon can, which is great. It does not. It's not associated with toxic shock syndrome that a tampon is associated with. Now, I am happy to know about it, but I have used tampons. I am very comfortable with that as well. It also prevents you from being in touch with all the harsh chemicals that a pad might have. So you are safe from that. Of course, if you don't want a silicone thing in your body, that's another thing you could think of, but it's worked pretty well for me. And the another very, very important thing is that you're free of rashes. If you're somebody who suffers from a lot of rashes with pads, you're going to love this once this works for you. You do get it at different sizes in pharmacy. You have a small, you have a medium, you have a large. Now they do say, if you're younger than this age, you could go for small. If you've had two kids, you can go for medium or a large, but I don't think that is very accurate because I've had two kids, but I've had it as a C-section, so the size may not be appropriate for me. And I don't think, it's a physical attribute, it is fitting that cup structure into. And irrespective of age, I think you have to just try out different sizes and see what works for you. Now that is genuinely a con of a menstrual cup. Although they say that a menstrual cup can be used for about 10 to 12 hours if you are menstruating heavily, if your flow is heavy. For me, I have to kind of rinse it off and replace it in about 2.5 hours is what I noticed. So I may lose track of time, so I always place a panty liner for any leakage to be safe. The second one is that if you feel uncomfortable looking at blood, this is going to be a tough one for you. But honestly, you are looking at blood even if you're using a pad. In fact, I feel that you look at a lot more blood because every time you go to pee, you are seeing your pad. But a menstrual cup, when you use it, you can't even feel anything inside you. Each time you go to the loo, there is absolutely no issue. Um, it just, it's like an invisible thing inside your body which is quietly doing its work. And I have found it very comfortable, and also that you're free to wear anything you want. You don't have a pad which will show on the outside if you're wearing a tight pair of jeans or any of those things. So that definitely, now I'm going with the pro and con. I'll just add on screen while I'm doing it because I'm kind of sharing it in a jumbled way. The con, I feel definitely, which is a big one for me, is that if I'm at home, I'm very, very happy to use a menstrual cup. But if I'm traveling all day outside, I can't possibly take it with me, be wearing it if I'm going to a mall or, you know, um, I think it's a tough one if you're in a public space very often because you need to be able to have access to a wash basin right where you are, because otherwise, how are you going to clean it? You need to take it off, remove off all the blood, just rinse it ideally and use it, clean it well, and then replace it inside your vagina. So it's not something I'd like to do in a public space, so I do not use it when I have to go out all day. I recommend it heavily for housewives, for anybody who's working from home, or if you go outside and you have a space, like you have those family restrooms where the wash basin and the loo is inside. Those kind of restrooms in a public loo would work fine. Now that is one issue because restroom sink has to be inside. Now it takes a little time to get a hang of how you need to use it, and there are tons of YouTube tutorials. This is not a tutorial on how you have to use a menstrual cup. I'm telling you the pros and cons of it, and I am rooting for it. I am telling you that you must give it a try because it did change my game a lot. And I think that it really made my life easier. And I started just promoting it heavily within my friends. And I just kept telling everybody, please try that out because it's a game changer. So the issue is with the mindset mostly. If you can just try it off. But like I'm saying, use a tampon first. Once you get used to inserting something inside you and get used to, how deep you need to insert it to be comfortable. The first time I used a tampon, when I inserted it, I had not inserted it enough, and so it was uncomfortable. And then a friend told me that, if it's uncomfortable and feels like it's going to come off, it means that you have not inserted it enough. So once you get a hang of the tampon, then menstrual cups, I feel, is really easy. Now, there are some things that you should be careful about. If you're worried, please speak to your gynecologist before you use it. If you're worried about something, if you're somebody who has a lot of vaginal infections often, or if you're pregnant, or if you have any issues medically, please consult a doctor. I'm only sharing my experience, and I'm like rooting for it, and I'm saying, "Ki, let's all use menstrual cups," and it has changed the way I experience my period now, and I think it has become a lot more healthier. And so I just wanted to share my experience with you. But if you ask me what age you should start it at, I don't think there is a restriction on that. But like if it's a teenager, I think they could start with a tampon first, because I know it's scary for them. Even a tampon is a scary thing for younger ones, like 14, 15. So you could start off with a tampon at any age, get used to that idea, then slowly move to menstrual cup. And I believe that once you just get over the fear of looking at blood, or all of that, you will love menstrual cups. And then you can thank me. You can let me know of your experience. Please mention it in the comments. And I'm not able to point you out to a specific brand of menstrual cups, although I will tell you, I have used Sirona, I have used PSafe, I have used some other brand that I can't remember, and honestly I feel that they're all pretty much the same. I haven't found a huge difference. I think PSafe is good if you would like to try that out.
Thank you so much. Your love and support means the world to me. If any of you also want your comment to get featured, just leave #JoyGeeks along with your comment, and I'd love to feature you.
I hope you can share this with your friends who would like to have a point of view on menstrual cups after having experienced it. And tell me what your thoughts are. I'm very eager to see you in the comments and to take this conversation further. All right. Before you leave, please do hit on the subscribe button if you like this kind of content or makeup content. And if you like this video, definitely a big fat thumbs up for me. It's taken me a lot to also come and share this with you. So please, I hope you appreciate that. And if you don't want to miss future uploads, please do hit on the notification bell. All right. Take care.